Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to dive into the fascinating world of self-portraits. A self-portrait is more than just a picture of oneself. It's a window into the artist's soul, a unique expression of their identity. Let's start by looking at how some famous artists have portrayed themselves. As you watch this slideshow, I'd like for you to think about the different ways each artist represents themselves. Notice the use of colours, the emotions portrayed, and the different and unique styles that they have used. Now let's talk about what we're aiming to achieve today. By the end of this lesson, you will understand what a self-portrait is and why artists create them. You will also start thinking about how you can create your own self-portrait. You'll know you've succeeded when you can share an idea for how you'd like to create your own self-portrait and begin planning and sketching it. So now let's dive deeper into some of the self-portraits we've looked at before. Firstly, take a look at this one by Vincent van Gogh. What do you notice about this self-portrait? What emotions and ideas have been conveyed? Great observations. Notice how Van Gogh uses colour and brushstrokes to express his emotions. The bold swirling lines and vivid colours might tell us something about his state of mind. Now, let's look at this self-portrait by Frida Kahlo. What do you think she's expressing here? What is she aiming to convey? Yes, she is conveying a lot about her identity and inner struggles. The two versions of herself, connected by the heart, reflect her complex emotions and heritage. Finally, let's consider a modern self-portrait. I've chosen to show you an artist I found through TikTok. Her name is Camila Salandos. She creates realism portraits of herself, but they are quite different from what we have looked at before. So really consider how she used different techniques to express herself while I show you snippets of her work.
Yo, here's my process for how I painted these 4 faces with acrylic paint. First, I started with the first face, obviously. And, first off, I forgot how to paint a little bit. And the proportions were horrible, but I kind of ignored it. Like, it was so weird. So I fixed it. Yay! And it looks a little bit better now. And then I went to the second face, and for some reason I kept having problems with the proportion, but I pushed through and I did the highlights anyways. And then I had to go back and fix it, but here it is. And for the third face, it was pretty much easier. Also, it was my first time painting me smiling, which was weird. And here's a photo of I took of me. What is that? Like the reference. But I finished the third face as well. And then it was time for the fourth face, which is literally the scariest thing I think I've ever painted. Like, I was freaking myself out painting this, especially the teeth. Oh my god.
Excellent. Camila used a variety of styles to communicate her identity. Now turn to a partner and discuss further what you think the artists shown were trying to communicate throughout their self-portraits. Also begin to think about how you might like to represent yourself. Remember, it is likely that none of you will have the same style, as your piece will be unique to you. Let's delve deeper into why artists create self-portraits. They're a powerful medium for expressing and exploring a person's identity, emotions, and reflecting on personal experiences. By examining themselves, artists can communicate aspects of their inner worlds that might be challenging to express in other forms. Self-portraits serve as a bridge between the internal self and the external world, allowing the viewers a glimpse into the artist's psyche. Self-portraits can vary in styles, as we have seen, ranging from realistic to abstract to symbolic, each offering different insights into the artist's intentions and emotions. Realistic self-portraits, these focus on accurate representations, capturing the artist's physical appearance with intricate detail. Such portraits often aim to convey a sense of presence and individuality. Abstract self-portraits. In these works, artists may move away from the literal representation and instead use shapes, colours, and forms to convey emotion and psychological state. Abstract self-portraits can be more interpretive, offering a sense of the artist's feelings or thoughts rather than direct likeness. For instance, Picasso's later self-portraits often used distorted features and vivid colours to reflect his emotional state and evolving style. Symbolic self-portraits, these utilise objects, symbols, and metaphors to tell a story about the artist. Rather than focusing on physical likeness, symbolic self-portraits might include elements that represent significant experiences, beliefs, or aspects of their identity. Frida Kahlo's self-portrait are a great example of this, as we saw before. They often incorporate some sort of surreal element and a symbol that speaks to her pain, heritage, and personal experiences. So, going off of this, when creating your own self-portrait, you may consider how you can incorporate one of these styles or multiple of these styles and techniques. A realistic approach might involve careful observation and detailed rendering of your features. An abstract self-portrait could explore how your emotions can be represented through different colours and shapes. Meanwhile, a symbolic self-portrait might weave in personal items, animals, or other symbols that may hold particular meaning to you. By experimenting with these different approaches, you may discover new ways to express yourself and communicate your own unique identity and experiences to others. When embarking on the journey of creating your own self-portrait, you'll find yourself presented with a variety of artistic mediums, each offering its own distinctive allure and potential for expression. With coloured pencils, you can infuse your portrait with vibrant hues and intricate detailing, while lead pencils provide a classic and precise approach, allowing for subtle shading and delicate lines. Charcoal, with its bold contrast and smoky textures, adds a sense of drama and depth to your portrayal. Acrylic paint offers versatility and vibrancy, enabling you to layer colours and textures with bold strokes and subtle blends. On the other hand, watercolour lends an ethereal quality to your self-portrait, with its translucent washes and fluid movements capturing the essence of emotion and spontaneity. Each medium beacons with its own set of challenges and rewards, inviting you to explore and experiment, ultimately guiding you towards a representation that reflects your own unique identity and artistic vision. It is crucial to recognise that every self-portrait is inherently unique, just like the individual creating it. There is no universal template for perfection, because each person's expression of themselves is distinctly their own. Embracing imperfections is not only natural, but it adds depth and authenticity to the artwork. Rather than striving to an unattainable standard of flawlessness, the beauty lies in the personal journey of self-discovery and expression. By celebrating the uniqueness of your own self-portrait, you honour your individuality and enrich the artistic landscape with your own genuine portrayal.